Hey, what's going on, guys? It is May 23rd. I'm just jump right in. So, I had a Zoom call with Mina today. It was actually very short. I think it was almost 30 minutes on the dot. I started recording, and for some reason it stopped. So I clicked resume about a minute afterward. So there's a little gap. You'll hear the cut. Not a big deal, but dude, it's a bummer because he answered the call and he just seemed like he was just stressed and bummed and whatever, and that just sucks. But I felt like we didn't even get to dive deep into the call or what I had to present to him, which kind of sucked. And the few texts that I've sent him since he has now responded to, he mentioned in the call that he had a lot going on. Life's pretty hectic, and I totally understand that. It just sucks though, because I want to dive deep into all this because I have done so much. I have worked so many extra hours. Because right now I'm only getting paid for 2 hours of work per day. And today I asked him if I could work more. Because I said, you listen to the Zoom call at the end of this and you pick back up on what I'm saying here. But I said, what do you think of increasing hours for the time being or permanently to get all of this up and running ASAP? The previous goal was end of week, but I don't think I can do what we just talked about in 2 hours tomorrow. So today is Friday. The goal was to have it done by end of week. I feel like that means Friday. But definitely is not going to be done today. Sure as shit won't be done tomorrow if I can only work 2 hours. But if I can work more than 2 hours, then cowabunga, dude. So, dude, if I could just somehow get some kind of salary, I think I'd feel better about that. If I could get some kind of if I could just triple my hours, that would be absolutely ideal. That would be fucking awesome. Because I planned the best case scenario working 12 hours for Mina and 20 hours for Brian per week, which is 32 hours a week total. So if I can work 36 hours, obviously that's more money, but that would be the type of shit that I'm doing for Mina, I would happily do 12 hours a day. Like, it is so enjoyable and so much fun for me. There's nothing I'd rather do, truthfully. So if I could just do that, that'd be sick. I mean, let's just do some great what ifs. If I did 12 hours a day, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., I wouldn't even want to do that, to be honest. I'll do 10 hours. So that's $300 a day. 6 days a week, it's $1,800 every week. If I did that for a full year, that's $93,000. That's just cool. That's just cool. And truthfully speaking, it's not even about the money because I have worked probably an extra 20 hours on running some stuff for Mina. Didn't get paid for any of it because I'm only getting paid 2 hours a day. But it's so sick to me, and I just want to keep on doing it. So, whatever. So, I don't know, man. I would like to get more hours. I'd like to get paid for the hours that I'm working. But it's fine, dude, because I enjoy it. And I'd like to think that if I just keep on going, it'll increase everything for the business, make things easier, make things flow better, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I would hopefully get some kind of the money there. Anyway, so that's that. That's a Zoom call today. Took Lexi to the airport. Always sad as shit. Like, she's been gone so much lately, but already miss her. Not gonna be back for another 10 days, so that's a bummer, but it is what it is, dude. Okay, here's something that's pretty sick. It's kind of a funny story. So I have loosely committed to running and trying to go that route as far as my fitness and athleticism goes. Because I would love to be able to run alongside Lexi when she does her runs, or if she does it, when she does another half marathon, when she does a marathon. That would be cool. That's not the only reason. That's probably the biggest reason. But I also would like to spice it up for myself because I have been just weight training and that's it. I have been doing the same style of working out my entire life. I've never been somebody who runs or does cardio or tries for distance or tries for speed. I've never been some kind of athlete in the sense of, anything more than lifting weights and getting stronger. That's it. So any kind of high jump or long jump or any kind of endurance or everything I just said, speed, running, all that stuff, any kind of sport, any kind of nothing. I'm swimming, nothing. And I think I just want to switch that up. I think that's why I've been so with training and fitness, is because it's just been the same shit for me for the last 12 years, And while that may be part of it, I would just like to be outside pushing myself, sweating my ass off to the point where I can't even breathe, got to catch my breath, but knowing that I am working hard. I feel like I haven't felt that in a long time. I feel that often, but like the heavy breathing and the sweating and that proud, like I just absolutely exerted every ounce of energy that I had inside of me for the last year in that one workout. Like I just haven't felt that in forever. So my goal right now, and this is just where I'm starting, so it is what it is. My goal right now is to just run a mile without stopping in less than 8 minutes. That's the goal. And today, so funny story, I went to the track up on base where I technically work, and I just wanted to run some laps there, get a mile in, and then just do some core work at the gym. So I go up there, and the gym is closed. And now this might be ignorant as fuck, but I have no idea why the gym would be closed today. It's Friday, and May 23rd. I don't know. So that's my ignorance right there. I'm going to just leave it right there. If I'm missing something completely obvious, I'm not aware of it. So that's me being truthful. So it was closed today, and it didn't even seem like there's anybody up on base today, which is interesting because it is a weekday. So if I miss something, I don't know what to tell you. My bad, dude. But anyway, I go up there, see the gym's closed, and I'm like, well, that's a bummer. I can go to the 24/7 one, but I actually just did some outdoor stuff at the outdoor. I'm not even going to call it a gym. They got a pull-up bar, they got a dip bar, and a couple things for sit-ups, but it's an outdoor workout area. So anyway, I get to the track. I go to start my outdoor run on my Apple Watch, and it says, hey, notice you're out of track. Which lane are you in? And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It knows that. So I was like, oh, I'm in lane 6. So I put lane 6 on there, and then I started running. And I don't know what the fuck I was looking at, but it said at around 3.5 minutes that I had just gotten half a mile. And I was like, dude, I'm killing it. This is crazy. I'm fucking crushing it. I'm about to get a 7-minute mile. This is crazy. So I run around again and again, going on my 4th lap, or so I thought. And I look down and it says I'm at 0.9 miles and it's 7 minutes, 30 seconds. And I'm like, I could get this last 1/10 of a mile in 30 seconds. Easy. I got it. And so I start running my ass off, and I didn't get it. I got like 8 minutes, 12 seconds, something like that, for what I thought was a full mile. So after that, I forgot to end the workout. I just kept it going and walked over to the pull-up bar, started doing a little workout. Just abs. That's all I did. And then I get back to my car, which is, 200 feet away. And it says, hey, you got to stop your workout. So I stopped it. And then I was like, ooh, I wonder what the exact time was for my mile. So I go in there and look. I can't find it because it's split into laps. And it's 0.27 miles per lap because it was in the 6th lane, I guess. So I'm learning all this shit. I don't know. And I understand that the wider you go, the more you run. I understand. But I was looking, and I'm like, how fast did I run? I'm not seeing anything, because I was seeing a whole bunch of numbers like 12 minutes and 13 minutes and 15 minutes. And I was like, okay, that's probably because I didn't end the workout. So it probably thinks I ran a mile in like 16 minutes. It's not true. And the truth is, I don't know what I was looking at on my watch, but I ran the mile in 12 minutes, 14 seconds. Now, still, I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but it just adds up to be that's what it is. Because I got done with it and I was like, dude, that was so easy for me. Like I wasn't trying super hard. I wasn't out of breath. I was just cruising. And I got 8 minutes, however many seconds. That's fucking awesome. I'm so proud of myself. This is sick. And then I noticed that what I just explained, and I was like, oh, that's why it was so easy, because I was running slow as fuck. And yeah, So what I thought was my all-time fastest mile and first mile in a couple years turned out to be the slowest mile of my life, over 12 minutes long to run 1 mile. And yeah, so I'm still pumped because I just ran a mile straight without stopping. So that's a huge win for me. I don't know what episode it would be, but I ran a mile and it was great. And then I tried to run more about 10 minutes afterward, and that extra running hurt the fuck out of my lower back. And I think it was just from my I guess my hips twisting ever so slightly when I'm running, causing some friction or whatever on my spine, and just fucking up the non-existent discs because I got 2 herniated discs in my lower back. So that caused me so much pain, and I was like, no way, I can't even run anymore. That's insane. But dude, I just want to make this happen. So I'm just going to tailor my training from here on out for running and for everything to do with maintaining a strong body for running long distances. And what's really cool about this is when I was a little kid, I had really bad asthma. I couldn't run for shit. I always had to have my inhaler. And I think it's kind of cool to think that that's where it all really began. And here I am trying to run more. So I haven't had to use my inhaler since I was like 5, 6, I don't know. It's been 20 years. It's been 2 decades since I've had to take a puff. But yeah, so that's exciting for me because, you know, I just haven't had anything other than, you know, my 5 sets of whatever for any exercise in the gym. That's just what it's been forever. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to spicing it up. I'm looking forward to a new challenge. I do think it would be cool to eventually run one of these races, you know, or half marathon, whatever. What I think would be fucking badass is to do an Ironman. And I don't even know what it consists of. What does an Ironman consist of? I know it consists of swimming, and your boy cannot swim. So yes, you heard that right. 27 cannot swim. So that's great. 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike ride, 26 mile run. So call me ignorant, but I feel like the hardest part out of that would be the swim and then the run. But I feel like the bike ride, 112 miles, I feel like that wouldn't be too bad. I feel like you could just kind of coast on certain. You're just going so much faster. No external help, 17 hours total. T1 and T2 are timed. Half marathon? Or half Ironman, sprint, Olympic triathlon, shorter versions. Triathlon. See, I just think that's cool, dude. What is a Ironman medal? Dude, those look badass. Where do you even do an Ironman? Let's see. St. George Ironman course. There's an Ironman when I was down there, living there in St. George. They had an Ironman. What was the course? Wow, you got to swim out in the middle of the... Fuck that. Was that Sand Hollow? Where are we looking? Zoom out, dude. Oh, I'm so sick of fucking things not working. Zoom out. Dixie Springs Park. Ooh, that's so annoying. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. Okay, well, we're not going there. Okay, what about this one? Road closed. Dude, the whole fucking city is closed. That's crazy. Tell you what, that'd be a beautiful ass run, though. Expect delays, road closed, expect delays. Dude, can I just get a map? Give me a Google image. That's it. That's all I want. Yeah, that's it. Wow, there's a whole bunch of people in the lake. Damn, this is crazy. There's a lot going on. I feel like it'd be beautiful in St. George, though. Holy shit. Yeah, I just get way distracted here. I just wanted to see what the course looked like and see where you swam. I don't know, just swimming them. That's crazy. I don't know. So moral of the story, I'm switching up my training, and it feels pretty damn exciting for me. Just a different kind of goal to work toward, a different kind of fitness goal. And to think that if I can really make this happen, I'll be able to do this with Lexi. I just think that's magical. I think that's so cool. Just being that couple that runs marathons, that'd be cool. So, needless to say, Lexi has had quite a bit of impact and influence on this decision. However, I think it's a great decision, and I think she's a great influence, and I think this is only going to make me better and ultimately us better because the influence and because of the I guess the spark that has been ignited or lit within me to try to better myself and go harder in the paint with fitness stuff again. So yeah, still, I mean, again, it's coming from ignorance, but I'm not trying to get smaller or skinnier or weigh less so that I can run easier or more efficient or get faster times. I like how I am right now. If I could maintain that, that'd be cool. If I could get bigger and stronger, absolutely, I want that. I would rather that. But if me staying how I look right now means that I can run now, then I think that I'm cool with that. Because truthfully, whatever, as long as I'm pain-free, as long as I'm pain-free. If I'm pain-free, I don't want it. I want nothing to do with it. Or if I am in pain, I want nothing to do with it. Nothing. Don't want it anywhere near me whatsoever. I don't care how much money or how much prestige or how much whatever. If I'm in pain, I'm good. No, thank you. So that's the one requirement. So I told Lexi, I was like, there's no promises. As long as I'm pain-free, I will give it my all. But if I start getting back to that pain bullshit, then I might just have to have a talk with myself in the mirror and just come to terms with some shit because your boy just got a fucked up back, and the bummer part is I have no idea how it happened. I only have ideas, but nothing's confirmed, nothing's whatever. So one thing is for sure, I have an extra vertebrae in my lower lumbar, and that's one that I herniated. So normal person has 5 lower lumbar vertebrae. I've got 6. I herniated my L4 and 5, and then herniated my L5 and 6. So got an extra one, fucked it up. So sweet. So anyway, guys, that's a little bit about today. Did a little coding on Mimo. I mean, barely. I did one lesson. Worked about 3 hours. Let's see, what's the total today? 3.5 hours for Brian. Had a Zoom call with Mina, which you'll hear in just a second. Worked for Mina for about probably 4 hours. Ran a mile. Actually went to Jersey Mike's today for the first time in a long time. For the second time, actually. Because the first time I went, maybe I got the wrong thing. It was ass. Went again today. It was actually really good. So, but they gave you a huge sandwich, and it's just so expensive. It's like $18 for a giant sandwich, and I feel like it's just like an 18-inch. I don't know. I just get a $5 footlong at Subway, get a $20 18-incher at Jersey Mike's, but whatever. It was good. So, anyway, truthfully speaking, I just want to go to bed so I can wake up and start working for Mina again and get paid for it. I just want to keep on working on this project. I've got some cool ass shit that I'm working on, and I just want to keep on going on it. But I just don't like the idea that I'm doing all of this, but it's for nothing. Right now it's for nothing because I'm not getting paid, no compensation, you name it. So, but I am getting paid from Mina tomorrow, which is, oh shit, actually. I gotta hide these columns. I was looking at the wrong date. We're gonna hide Saturday. I took Saturday off. Oh, that's right. So I got 12. So I got 13 hours. So 13 times 3. Pretty sure it's 39. It's $390 I should be getting paid tomorrow. So that's pretty cool. One thing that's really cool is, not that it really matters that much, but I'm going to get paid tomorrow for Mina, And then I'm also going to get paid from Mina on the 31st, which would be 2 more paychecks before rent is due. And I'm not necessarily worried about that, but part of me is just skeptical that next pay period for work, something's going to happen, because it's my first check that I have been fully on the resignation, and that part of me is just skeptical. So I just want to make sure that that goes through, and if it doesn't, then at least I'll have the money to pay rent again and be fine. But if it's, I don't know, just skeptical. But yeah, I've got more I want to say, but for now I'm just gonna leave it here. So I really want to just go to bed. I'm gonna make one more observation, and then I'm gonna play the Zoom call. I'm never fucking tired anymore. I'm never tired. I'm never, ever, ever tired anymore. And I don't think I'm sleeping less or more, because, for example, I will go to bed at like midnight, but I'll still get up around 7. So that's 7 hours. When I had a job, I would go to bed 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and I would wake up, 4, and I sometimes it's fucking lazy at 4:20 or whatever. I'll have 10 minutes to get out the door. So I'm still, I would say maybe I'm sleeping an extra 30 minutes, 45 minutes per day. Total time spent sleeping is just, it's not like I went to 10 hours, and the times that I wake up and go to bed, they vary a lot more now. It's not like a hard 8:30, 9 o'clock, got to get ready for bed. Now it's just like, oh, I'm tired, I'll go to bed, it's 10. Or I'm tired, I'm going to bed, but whatever, it's midnight. And apparently you're supposed to keep it consistent. But I've noticed that, dude. I'm just not tired anymore. I just have not been tired, like where I get home and I'm like, holy fuck, I'm exhausted. I just don't have that anymore. So that leads me to believe that the job that I had was doing me no good except financially, which, if that's it, that's probably a bad place to be. If the only good that going to a place gives me is the finances, and that's it, I think it's not a good place to be, because now I don't have that, but I also lose the social aspect and seeing some cool people, but I also lose the fact that I don't see some people that I don't really like. I don't see the people, or I don't have to do tasks and jobs and be frustrated and disagree with or whatever about processes and systems and bullshit. I don't have to deal with that. And I just feel like that was just such a huge drain for me, because it's just like I have to show up at a place that I don't want to be, talk to people I don't want to talk to, have conversations and engage in dialogue that I don't want to, and have to refrain from speaking my mind because there's consequences if whatever. And so maybe because I don't have to do that anymore, my energy levels are just awesome, and just incredible. And I do whatever happens when this resignation ends, whatever happens. For me personally, one of the best decisions I've made in my adult life was to leave where I was currently working. And that sounds like I fucking hated it. I did not hate it. When you look at how things are now for me versus how they were, I think 100% worth it. So the priority now becomes learning coding so that if need be, I could get a job doing shit that I want to do in case that this Mina thing or the Brian thing doesn't work out the way that I intend it to. So, yeah, that's that. So I think what I'm going to do is make some shit on Notion, because what you can do, I'm going to go into it right now. You can go in here, type /code, and you can just start coding shit. Now, I don't know how the fuck it runs the code. Yeah, actually, that's a good question. So I can code on here, but how do I run the code? Let's actually figure that out. How do I run the code that I code in Notion blocks? You can't run code natively inside Notion block. Notion is for viewing and organizing, not executing. Okay. I can embed code from CodePen, Replit, or JS Fiddle. Copy the embed code, paste it in Notion as an embed block. Link to scripts stored in GitHub or gists. Use code blocks for syntax highlighted display. Link to live script via URL. Use buttons plus automations with Notion Plus. Not possible. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is there's a little spot I can code stuff, and it highlights in the language, because when you code, it will highlight elements and tags and attributes and all this stuff, and it'll color code it so it's easier to view. And I could just go into a Google Doc and just change the font to mono or whatever, mono style, mono script, whatever it is, and just code. But the color coding makes it much easier to, one, teach, and also to look at. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of make myself little lessons to teach myself shit, and then just go from there. Because whenever I get to a point that this needs to actually be executable, I'm sure I'll figure it out. But trying to figure something out now that doesn't need to be figured out for weeks or even months, that's stopping me from starting. And you all know what the first episode of this podcast is called. So yeah, what I can do is I can make two columns. And I can put this code inside this column. I could put it in the other one, actually. And then on this side, I can just type a whole bunch of shit. Is that in the right spot? Yeah. So, yep, hold on. So I can have the code over here, const ass equals 42, semicolon. Const shit equals 43. Const evaluation equals ass is not equal to 43. Or wait, ass is not equal to shit. And that would result in true. So I could just teach that shit right there. Boom, bada bang. Wait, would it be different? Yeah, so it does. Anyway, so this is just in my head how I could teach this shit. Now I can also, can I do this real quick? Let me see. I'm pretty sure I can change the theme of all of this to make it dark, because dark is much better for coding. Haha, you can. Very cool. Okay, and I can change it to Swift? Is Swift on here? Yeah, it is. So let's try TypeScript. Where is that at? Yeah, same thing. What am I looking for? Notion formula. What the hell? Well, anyway, the whole idea is that I can teach this shit, and especially teach myself how to do this shit, and I can start making these lessons or whatever for myself and start creating this curriculum for myself, but for people later on. So that's exciting as shit. So, I said one more thing and then I went on to talk so much more. So that's the show for real. That's it. So love you guys. Thanks so much for listening. I'll talk to you later. Yo.
What's up, dude?
Dude, how's it going?
It's going. Another day.
Yeah?
Yep.
Another day, another dollar.
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
What's going on with you?
Dude, just being obsessive over here with Notion and stuff. Just trying to learn more.
Yeah, you're having a good-ass time, I see.
I'm having a good-ass time. Yeah, this is fun.
Good. Show me, bro. I have a hard stop at 6:30, so let's do it.
Okay. Dude, we're not going to be able to cover it all in 30 minutes. That's crazy.
Really?
No, we're not. I promise. Let me show you.
Oh, shit. Okay, let's cover as much as we can, and then maybe finish it with a loom or something. A Nito, sorry.
Okay, Nito. Nito around here.
I get upset.
Can you see my screen?
Go ahead.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so first things first, I made this. So this is different. Yeah. Monthly feedback form, this one?
Priority one. This is where we send it out to the clients.
Yeah, so...
I like this a lot. I've literally just been thinking about this. I want to do some sort of review.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it would be. It would just be some kind of monthly feedback.
Yeah, and the questions we can choose is...
It could be different every month, honestly.
Yeah, I like the questions because I like changing up the questions, but a couple questions that I want to keep like vaguely similar would be one like, do you feel like the investment was worth it? Right?
Yeah.
Because that would be so much like really good social proof.
Yeah.
That you can use. I feel like the investment was worth it. Where like, what's your favorite part of the coaching, of the coaching program? And then what is a part what is something that you would want us to improve on in the coaching?
Okay.
And then like, just like really, we would want to make this all anonymous, obviously.
Yeah.
And then just being like straight up, like, we want you to be as honest as possible because we want to continue to move forward and be better. So that'd be perfect.
Cool.
Nice.
Note taking there. Cool. Yeah, that's just something I was just thinking about. It just gets more feedback. There's so many things that can come from this, just social proof. And you get an in-depth
You can make
look.
this a Notion form.
Yeah, watch this shit, dude. Oop, that's not the right one. Wait, where? Okay, if you come in here, and you can put it anywhere. You can actually just make a form straight up. So now I'm making a form.
What the fuck?
Dude, Notion, good call with Notion. Yeah, you make a whole ass thing. I wonder... I can just send it to anybody.
Yeah, you can probably just change it, anonymous responses, but then you have to change who can fill it out, right?
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you and see what happens.
Okay.
Okay, I just texted you the link to fill it out. I guess I could click it too. That's crazy, dude. It's right there. So if I submit, what happens?
I have it here, submitting response anonymously, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm guessing you can check the responses somewhere.
Where would I? Yeah, I'm sure I can.
Wait, go back down. Look, go down. Go like right on top of form title. That's grayed out. No, it's not it. But can you change that for a second? Response is cool. That's awesome. Can you go down to responses? Wait, why is it saying respondent if we said it was anonymous? Weird.
Oh, I think this is... Well, it says that I responded. So maybe we probably have to make it so it's not...
Yeah, we don't have to figure that out now.
Yeah.
Just one more thing. If you go back to Form Builder, and then press change.
Change?
On the right there.
Oh.
All right. Press that. Anyone on the web with the link. Oh, fucking great.
Anonymous responses. There you go.
There you go. That's
cool.
Sick.
Yeah, so we can do that. It just sends out automatically.
That's what you can do, right, with this?
What was that?
You know what we can do with this, right?
Oh, wow.
This can never be our typo.
Oh, shit.
Because did you notice what it said, embed? Did you see that, embed?
Yeah.
I just embed it on a fucking page and have all the questions there, and that's, boom, Typeform's gone.
Holy shit. I wonder if there's any plus features that you'd have to pay for, though. Oh, by the way, if you see this right here, I think this goes for everybody that's using this team space. So a block is...
I'm probably going to upgrade anyways. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because like this thing, just this, that's a block.
It's a block, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, whenever the time comes to upgrade, just let me know. I'll do it.
Okay.
I think this is 100% worth it.
Yeah, this is crazy. Anyway.
Okay, let's continue. Go ahead.
So there's all these different project ideas. Some are very simple. Like one is just bringing everything that you have on the Google Drive into this, making it almost like a view like this. It could be better or worse.
I'd rather replace Google Drive with this, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. There's a bigger project like this, just kind of making medals and badges, milestones, whatever, just something to gamify it. There's some process improvements. So
What's
like
client life?
Which one?
Client life, project 3.
Oh, so
what we were talking about?
Yeah, so I would be able to track, or whoever would track, like the messaging audits that we talked about, time to reply, Zoom call attendance, check-in timeliness, which I'm not really sure how that would work. I could check if it's late for the day of, but it would get too complex for trying to figure out who's late on what days, you know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The amount of questions asked in the chat, which, you know, it's just in a message, in a conversation. It's what I sent you. Time participated in group. Times participated in groups. So like, I think that'd be for Michelle. She would track, I don't know. She would track like, okay, Bob posted something, check it off for the week or for the day or whatever. Keep track of that.
Just change group to community.
Okay. And then, it would just be, the whole idea with this would be to make something that tracks everything with these metrics. Because then we could put that next to wherever and then see like when they're dropping off. Because I remember the very first document you sent me, that was one of the things on there was the client life cycle and figuring out when the drop-offs are.
Yeah, it's becoming more evident now, as you can see from the messages that I'm sending.
Yeah.
Clients are dropping off, man. Like they just go ghost because we're not keeping up with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's something that we got to go because like at the end of the day, they'll end up thinking to themselves, yeah, I'm in this program. It's not doing shit for me. Oh, because, you know, people are unreasonable, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it doesn't work for me. It's like, you haven't worked for it.
Yeah.
You haven't done anything.
Yeah, the program itself doesn't do anything unless you do something. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So then they start to badmouth the program. Before you know it, I'm out of business. So, yeah.
Oh, scary, that's dude. Fine. No thanks.
Yeah, I know. But project 4, what's that? Finances?
Yeah, finances. So everything you already mentioned, I've just put it down.
Yeah,
so
perfect, cool.
Onboarding survey. So like as soon as there's a whole like the whole psychology of sending a form or something during a process. You want to like send it when they're at like their highest, so they give the best answer, right?
Yeah.
But with this, I feel like you want them to be more honest. So like if it was asked, then we want them to know, then we want to know that it's asked. But so something right after onboarding, like, hey, how was it? But make it so short, you know. Like, was it XYZ, whatever?
Does Notion have the capability of sending emails?
Yeah, you have to pay for it, I think. So if you go, see, where is it? There's on a table. Here, I'm going to show you this in a sec. But you can click this little button here, and then you can make it. Oh, hold on. What's the trigger? The trigger would be, send mail. But we have to pay for it. But
I don't mind.
You can send notifications. What's funny is if you just make a button, you can. It's like if I were to go like this, I'll show you this in a sec. But if you just make a button, hold on. One thing, dude, Notion is cool, but it's kind of finicky. Like there's certain things. It's like, why can't I do that? You know. So if you make a button here, I think you can do it like that. Oh, no, damn it, you still can't.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna probably upgrade anyways. Okay. But
anyway,
interesting.
Okay.
It feels like Notion can just replace Go High Level.
Really? Oh, with the email sending?
Yeah.
Dude, it can actually do a lot. And I'm about to blow your mind, I promise. It's so sick what I found out. So.
If we can build here what we have with prospects and trigger it. So like if a form is filled out or if there's some sort of Zapier that we can do, like, why not?
Yeah, that makes sense.
This just feels like a lot easier to use, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. It's honestly a bitch to use if you don't really know where things are, but you can just pick it up pretty quick. So
yeah,
it's very confusing. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm trying to make it so simple. So.
Blow my mind. Let's do it.
Okay, and then just some process. I'll get to it in just a sec, which is this thing, which I started out as just a fun little lesson. I made a whole. I'll show you.
Okay.
Then the process improvements, here's something I came up with. Like we could, instead of sending you all the text or whatever, we can just put it in a Slack channel for social proof. So you go in there at the end of every day or whatever, and you just save them. It's like that's just something that would simplify. Like you wouldn't be spammed with text; it would just be there. I don't know. Maybe that's worse because it's on iPhone, but
yeah.
Change log. Let's see. Yeah, so same thing. Yeah, I'm not going to dive into these super crazy. I'm just kind of brainstorming. So we can, if you want, anything you want me to go over, and then just software considerations. So Notion Plus, Zapier, Scribe for SOPs, the Neato knowledge base just for frequently asked questions. It could be whatever. It could be on here even, but. All right, you ready for this? So here's the master log. So nothing crazy. Let's see, it would be me this one. So nothing crazy. This is just notes for me. I kind of want to go through this with you, actually. This is kind of just so I can further build this out. But how it is we just have the master log, and this can be wherever. You can change the color. It doesn't matter, but you have the master log, and this has everything. So if you scroll, it's got like email, phone, location, social media profile, Everfit link, what group they're in, what type. So this is all jumbled up into one view, and it's kind of ugly looking because it's just so much going on. But what you can do,
but it has all the information,
every single possible due date. A lot of it's out of order right now, but every single thing. And then I can make
amazing.
Yeah. And so what I can do
and
is
it gets automatically populated based on like where they're filling it out, right?
Yeah. So the idea is, for example, we have this brand new clients. So whoever makes a brand new client, so would that be the closer? Would that be Victoria and Isabel? Like they would put in. So they would just fill this out, and then the next shadow coach would come and see this, and they would like make sure it's all filled out, and then they would just come to the end and just click, okay, now they are in onboarding. And I'm making it so when they click onboarding, it disappears from this, and then it goes down to this. And this could be a view anywhere else. So it's yeah, sick, huh? So none of it really.
This is like a timeline.
Yeah, and I can make this however like that you can, dude, it's crazy. You just click / and there's all these different options.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Can you make this? What if we do a step further where all it is like you have a closer sheet, right? And a closer sheet, because I want to split it up by responsibility. So imagine a closer sheet. All she does is click a button, fills out a form about the person, and then it just automatically gets funneled into brand new clients.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay.
Yep.
That's fucking great.
There's no way to, we could, I'm sure I could figure it out.
Add new client.
So when you add a new client, it just puts a line down here. That's it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it so like it's a little easier looking for her.
Well, here's the thing. You can click this, but it shows up with everything. And there's no convenient way that I know of to make it show only the things that you need.
Well, if you were to make a form, with only the information, automate it so it's connected to this, wouldn't that solve it?
Let's see if I can just make something real quick. I wonder if I can. So one button is clicked. Let's see. Add pages to.
Well, it has to be from new form to brand new clients, right?
Say that one more time. It has to be from the
new form to this.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can make it link to a form.
Edit property? Yeah.
Take more. Intake. Oh no, that's not
I
it.
think. Wait, can you go down to Form Builder for a second?
Yeah.
And then do where you just got that other thing from the 3 dots or something. Is it automations? Trigger.
When
page added.
Page is added. Add page 2, and this would be
page 2. Yeah, and then you add page 2, brand new clients, and then you just edit the properties that would be, and you just select all of them, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Well, I have to look into it. I want to make sure that does what it says it does.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the end of the world if it's just. We would just want to break it down though, so Victoria or Isabel aren't like clicking it and like they're like, "Oh fuck, I have to fill out all this information. What the fuck?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that way it's like just by piecemeal. So every time someone does something, it just fills out whatever they're filling out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's fucking. This is good.
Sick, huh? So
yeah.
So that's that. The idea. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. Dude, I've actually deleted shit so much accidentally, and there's no easy. You can't just undo a delete sometimes, depending. And when you go to the trash, sometimes it's not there. So I've made whole things and I've deleted it, and I'm like, oh my fuck.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so we'd have this brand new client thing. I'm gonna get rid of this. So I have this brand new client thing, and then it would, when you click a button or whatever, then they would cycle into the onboarding tab or whatever, and then you would fill out. So we have like the master log, right? And that has all the, I think there's like 70 different things or 40 different things. Let's see real quick. So there's 41 different things that we would log for one client. So like we have onboarding, and that only shows like 8 things. And then we have onboarding phase 2 or whatever, where we assign the check-in coach that maybe only shows 6 things, but it's all the same.
And it timed it by current week and current day.
Yeah, it's like a current formula. So I'm getting crazy with it already. So we have these formulas and stuff. Yeah.
That's really cool.
So it shows what week they're on, what day they're on. And we can make it say whatever, dude. It's just visual.
This is going to be great, because when we start tracking where clients can typically fall off,
yeah,
it's a very fast and easy. Okay, I like this. One thing though, how does this go into play with the onboarding view that you walked over with the team?
Yeah. So so the onboarding, this thing, all these, we would just remake it, and it would be in this view. So it would be where so we would just we would just put them here. So essentially what I just showed you would be right here, but we'd have all the different
and
views.
You can still have the view of the columns and stuff, right?
Yeah. So we can make it like this. This one would be a little bit different, because the way that it would work is you would look at it and then you would fill it all out. Once it's filled out, because you can't fill things out from here, and you can click this, but it shows everything. So I don't know. There's a lot of different things we'd have to figure out, but this would pretty much be... Like in my head, how it would work is there's this view, and then at the very end, you just change, like this would be over here. It's just like, okay, now they're completed, and then it would go away. But we would still have this view, the anticipated start date, the anticipated delivery date, the assigned check-in coach, like that wouldn't go away. So that would just be in this view here for the onboarding. But we could do so much. Like, for example, you can make a new view. You could make a calendar view. You can make a
that makes sense.
You can do whatever. So you can come over and change you have a table, a board, a timeline, calendar, chart.
Bro, this is great, and this will help so much with day to day. Like once this is all built out.
Yeah, it's so cool, dude. This is sick. What else was there? I think the biggest thing is just that it will have, so there's this, where is it?
To be honest with you, by the way, you can probably zap this. If we incorporate Zap here, you can probably link Calendly to this, and that's how we start having prospects built into the system, because what we would do is just zap the information they fill out already from Calendly on the form, and then it would just go into their information there. So we don't even have to type it. It would already have their name, their email, their number, because that's what we ask them on Calendly anyways.
Yeah. Holy shit. Okay.
That's like something really cool. And same thing, by the way, with our type form, or if we end up making the form here, but either or, type form can just integrate with this. I seen it. It has the option for Notion. So it's the same thing. They fill out their information. We just choose the properties that we're going to fill out and bring into Notion.
That would be so sick, dude.
Yeah, because this is what I want for Go High Level. So this is almost eliminating the need for High Level, to be honest with you, because then in that case, I would have our closers on this. I would have our VAs on this too. And what happens is basically the VAs would be able to, and by the way, we haven't even talked about this, but the VAs use their own sheets of tracking prospects and stuff. We'd end up just integrating it here. So they have a list of all the prospects that have received freebies, that have engaged with us, that have, you can mark them as a fucking, hot lead, warm lead, whatever.
Holy shit, yeah.
That's, you don't even see the VA side, by the way. I haven't even ever shown you that.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that they do there, mark them up as follow-up, mark them up as this, mark them Oh my God. Imagine you can integrate this with ManyChat. And what happens is on the ManyChat, because there's definitely a lot of Zapiers you do a ManyChat. So imagine when someone asks for a freebie of mine, what we do is fucking like they with ManyChat, you can actually have them give us information, name, email, number. You collect their information, they get tagged into Notion here. Then you can have timers where, like what Janelle teaches us, which I've never done before because I just haven't known how to track, is basically always follow up with a prospect 30, 60, 90 days, right? So you would have a timer 30 days after their fucking freebie thing that you start following up with them. 60 days after you have that. And I bet you can even automate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that would save so much manual typing because the client would fill out their info. And if it goes in here, that's just less for us to do.
Yep, exactly.
And especially if it's all one thing. Like if we go back here, we have the master view, you know? So if it would have every single thing, like received a freebie, did we follow up, do everything. Holy shit.
Do you know how valuable that is?
Dude, that's nuts.
That completely alleviates all of high level. All of it.
How much was Go High Level a month or year or whatever?
100 a month plus plus like 30 a month, so 130 a month.
Okay.
It was still better than what fucking whatever the fucking my AR funnel.
Yeah.
They fucking reached out to me again. Fuck them.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Mina, how's it going? Shut the fuck up. They were charging me $1,500 a month.
Holy shit.
Yep. And they didn't do shit.
That's nuts, dude.
They're coming back into the container too. They're having another talk. Mike is coming back. I'm gonna join that call and be like, fuck you. No,
oh, you should. Hey guys, I joined, but he's a piece of shit.
No, it is. But like, see, like this, if you can figure out the automation side of like emails.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because like you can have, by the way, VAs will do it ourselves. But if there's some way where it's like 2 days past, you do an automation, send email, and you have the email template done. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see. Wonder if you can.
How much is this fucking Plus thing?
I think it's pretty cheap, honestly. It's cheap per person. I think
it's $12 a person, right?
Yeah, it's per person. It's cheap. Where the fuck is it? How do I get there again? Yeah. Per person, it's fine, but I mean, you got a whole team now, so.
Yeah, I'll probably upgrade that ASAP from my end.
Okay.
And just do it that way.
Look for a coupon code, dude. I'm gonna sign up to be an affiliate, and then I'm gonna give you my link and get a fat bonus.
Yeah. This has so much potential, bro. I would like us to really break this down, this workflow down, because it seems like there's a lot. There's a lot going on.
How it looks right now it's messy, but
I also think there's a lot to work on. So I'd much rather us like write down phases and timelines, so that way we can just have an expected timeline of what we're working on at a certain point. So you're not overwhelmed. Like you basically have like 20 things you can work on right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'd much rather just like put them in order of importance and a flow that makes sense. So then that way, like every day or every 2 days, you're just like, all right, cool. Like this is my focus for today or tomorrow, you know?
Yeah.
So then you're just that way. So you're not like, it would be really pointless if you spent 10 minutes on the master log, then 10 minutes on the forms, then 10 minutes here, you know, like there's no point.
Yeah.
You're not getting anything done. So we can do that, you know, and then talk. Oh, fuck, I wasn't recording this, was I?
No.
Is there a transcript to this conversation?
I record all these calls with voice memos for that exact reason, actually. Like I'm going right now.
You're recording right now?
Yeah, I record every call, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Then never mind.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to make sure that we covered everything. So put that transcript in ChatGPT, tell it to break down all the responsibilities we talked about. And then I trust your judgment. Like, why don't you tell me, like, in order of, like, what makes sense? Like, we should do this, then this, then this, and we can talk together and kind of have a plan of attack. So you know, like, what your workables are for the next few times.
Okay. That actually kind of goes into this a little bit. It's just figuring out the process that everybody does. and what needs to be filled out at each phase of where the client is. So that way I'm not like, for example, putting the check-in coach on the first form when the person who puts it in there in the first place has no fucking idea. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
So,
I mean, Closer doesn't even need to provide name and email because, or phone number, because with the way that onboarding works on the fucking app Everfit, like we ask them that anyways, right? Okay. But it does make sense for them to do that if we're gonna do it here. Just name, number, email, and they have the information. But typically speaking, they'll notify the team, or the closer will notify the team that you see in Everfit. I mean, in the iMessage, basically just saying their name, their package, and their frequency of check-ins. That's it. You know, okay. Because from there, the client is given the link to sign up, and then they sign up, and that's when the Everfit onboarding process that we have built out already flies away. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. So what do they need to fill out then? Just so I'm crystal clear, because I knew you said you got a hard stop. Is that still true? You still gotta?
Yeah, I really have to go on it. For the closer, like the rest of the stuff, by the way, is all the onboarding flow. We take care of that from A, B, and C. Mm-hmm. So that's fine. And if you haven't taken a look at the onboarding SOP, mm-hmm. all those questions there are answered.
There are. Okay, I'll watch that then.
All of that there. Do you know where it is?
Yeah, I found it in the. Yeah, I didn't even think about the Google Drive.
Just honestly, bro, if you want to just take the transcript, throw in ChatGPT, just tell me where this is, whatever. That's probably what you're gonna do. Cool. But anyways, the closer, keep exactly what you have there. Besides date joined, you don't need date joined. Maybe instead of date joined, put special notes. Because sometimes they want to join it, like they signed up today, but they're going to start in a month. You know what I mean? Okay. Like something like that. But other than that, I think that's all you need.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, dude. So I'm going to say whenever you get a chance, just look through these. Tell me if you like anything or hate anything. This blue one is what I'm actively working on right now. Because I was writing it. I'm like, holy shit. Wait, what? You know? Yeah.
Cool. I appreciate you, dude. This is fucking awesome. And don't forget tomorrow to text me the hours for this week, okay?
Okay. Do you want me to text you tomorrow? Because if I'm done working for this week, then you just prefer tomorrow? Because I'm done for the week.
I just prefer tomorrow, to be honest with you. Just because tonight, if you text me, I'm probably not going to answer. The last few weeks have been fucking... The amount of events that we have for everything. Everyone's getting married. My little sister got graduated yesterday. Today, my cousin's she's getting married on Monday, so it's like a fucking 3-day fucking event. My best friend is he's proposing tomorrow. Like, fuck, you know?
Yeah. Is it going to slow down soon for you?
And then I go to Italy next week.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I'm like actually really stressed about that, but whatever. I just feel like I've been neglecting a lot. And I just feel like I'm really complacent, which I had a whole long talk with B-Mark today about that. But besides the point.
Anyway, I'll do everything I can, dude.
I'll try not to trauma dump on you.
You need a bad session?
Basically.
You got a hard stop at 6:30 because you got a therapy session, huh?
Yeah, basically. No, I got to actually start up therapy again. I've been neglecting that too.
Yeah.
Been neglecting everything. Whatever. Anyways, keep me posted on what we talked about, and we'll go from there.
Cool. Right? Sounds good, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Mm-hmm. Seriously, I'm really impressed.
Oh, just wait, dude. This is just the beginning. It's going to be sick.
Cool. I'll talk to you, bro.
Cool.
Later.
Thanks, man. See ya.
Peace.